Hi everybody, I want you to look at this picture. Here we have three pictures. But what is the difference between these three pictures? They all kind of use the same colors. But what is the difference? The first artwork is a cow. It looks like a cow, we know it's a cow. The artist tried to make it look like a cow. It is a realistic cow. But in the second artwork, we have an abstracted cow. Still has some of the cow kind of shapes, you can still kind of tell it's a cow, but it's different. The artist has played with how it's set up. The last picture isn't a cow at all. It's just kind of shapes. It doesn't represent a cow at all. It is what we call non-representational. Now, that's three different kinds of art. First, we've got realistic. Realistic looks like real life. It's trying to look like real life. It's kind of a window to another world. It's supposed to mimic and look like real life as much as possible. The artist Chuck Close did very realistic artwork in the 1970s. It's supposed to look as much like real life does as possible. The next is abstract. Abstract art kind of has the idea of real things going on, but it changes it. It breaks it down into shapes or lack thereof shapes. And that's how abstract art works. The artist Pablo Picasso makes abstract art. It kind of mixes up faces and breaks it down into shapes. But we can still tell that it's a human. Now, non-representational art. That's not supposed to be anything. It's just shapes and ideas. You can still think of art concepts and composition ideas and how to work with colors and stuff like that. It's still good art, but it's not supposed to be anything. It's just supposed to be shapes and lines and color. The artist Wesley Kandinsky made non-representational art. It's not supposed to be anything, just shapes, lines, colors, but he's still considered one of the greatest artists of the 20th century. We're going to talk about an artist right now. His name was Paul Klee. Paul Klee was an abstract artist, which means he took stuff from the real world and made it his own. He broke stuff down into shapes, and we're going to mostly look at his picture, The Red Balloon. The Red Balloon is one of Paul Klee's most famous paintings. It's kind of like a city. It's an abstracted city. We can see where the buildings might be with some of the shapes. Our eye looks right at the balloon, but it doesn't look like a city with a red balloon floating over it that we would think of. It is an abstracted city with a red balloon floating above it. Now we're going to do some art like Paul Klee. We're going to make a cityscape, but it's going to be an abstracted cityscape, so you can kind of change the way things look. You can break it down into shapes, and that's what we're going to do today. I hope you like it, and I can't wait to see yours.